Well, we are back in Middle-earth with some more Dawnless Days action for you today, guys. I hope you're all looking forward to this one. I hope you got some snacks, got some drinks, and are ready for some Lord of the Rings action. As we have a glorious 2v2 here, as we have the dwarves of Erebor and the men of Gondor, and they are defending against the armies of evil as they face Harad and Isengard. And we are here at Umbar, so I guess Harad is trying to retake back its city that maybe Gondor took, and maybe they got some dwarven mercenaries. I don't know what the scenario is, but that seems like the most logical of it. And they've called upon Isengard, they've called for some crack troops, some really good troops to come and support them in this fight, that is for sure. So yes, this was a 2v2 siege battles that I did a long time ago on one of my Dawnless Days streams, so if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any of those streams so you can see all the battles happen live, see all the banter and all the tactics go on, then make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you have already subscribed as well, so you know like when every single stream is up. That is for sure. You won't miss out on a single one if you hit that bell. But anyway, yeah, we have the dwarves and Gondor here defending today. It looks like they are already abandoning this outer wall, which is usually a common strategy we see with Umbar. It's been a while since we've actually had an Umbar siege, but it's good to be back on this map. It is one of the first ones that got done, like one of the first original unique maps. It looks awesome, and the dwarves, I mean, looking glorious as always. Look at these guys, Maddock warriors with their officer, looking glorious. They really are. But yeah, it does seem as though the Maddock warriors, we've also got some Erebor axes here, so we've got some like lower tier shock infantry to hold. But I mean, they are still dwarves. It's like, even though they're lower tier, they're still good. I mean, look at these units. Look at like the pendant on that guy's helmet. But the detail in this is amazing. Like that pendant, we can just see it. Then you can see like on it, there's like a little hammer as well. Oh, the detail is great. It really is. All these units just look amazing. Like Dawnless Days, they do a great job. I know they're like hard at work, I'm sure, with campaign and like other update stuff, so I'm excited to see what they do and when it comes out. But yeah, so it seems as though Harad here is going to be taking on the dwarves. This should be an interesting matchup, and then Gondor versus Isengard. Already Isengard taking losses here. I mean, he seems like he's lost the tower, which does do a lot of damage to infantry units as well. It looks like you can see the Uruk unit here, 127 men, taking a lot of casualties. And once the Isengard troops land on the walls, they are going to have to deal with the Knights of the Silver Swan that can just come down, and they can just constantly do like charges on the Uruks. But we already have Harad here. Haradrim's swords, just some basic sword infantry here. They are engaging. They're preparing. We've got some Javies coming up here, some axe throwers. We're going to see these guys throw some axes. Maybe not. They're going to turn around. Because if you want to see more Dawnless Days action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel as we work towards 7k subs. And as you can see, here we go. Axe is going. They're trying to hit. I mean, they're very inaccurate. I think they're pretty damn cheap. So they are very inaccurate. I mean, you've got to get like point blank range. Look at the numbers. Still yet to lose a man. That's how effective these guys are. The good thing about Umbar is when you capture a gate as well, the towers don't fall down. So you don't get that like that absolute rubbish that is the tower rule that Attila implemented. Haradrim swords over here, they're getting a bit beaten up, losing only one man. I mean, dwarven archers aren't exactly the best, but they should do some damage to these Haradrim. Like I said, they are like these Haradrim swords and stuff are pretty basic. We've got even desert spears. These are levy unit. They're just about to get in there and maybe try and challenge these spears. I mean, they'll certainly have no chance against these shock infantry. Shock, its best counter is spears. It just seems like these desert spears are just being brought just to like maybe soak up the ammo, maybe? I don't know. We have got a Mummock way in the back here as well, by the way. There are some beasts of war being brought here today, and this baby Mummock is being left way in the back with gold chevron, triple gold chevron. So yeah, clearly that the Haradrim player has plans for that Mummock. I mean, balance of power is in favor of the attackers, no surprise. I mean, Isengard and Harad usually do bring the numbers. 5,300 against 3,000. Certainly the dwarves bring smaller size armies, but they are always elite. So we will see whether they can hold. I mean, there are some nasty units here. I mean, Erebor Spear Guards, hard to break through. We've got a Fountain Guard here. I'm sure there's Iron Guard. I mean, just Erebor Halberdiers, no Tomb Wardens, thankfully. What do we got here? Erebor Spear Guard. Maybe there isn't. There's Dane Ironfoot. Maybe there isn't any Iron Guard. I'm just surprised there isn't any like no Barrack Guard either. Also very surprising. Citadel Guard, though. They're pretty damn good. But let's see who engages first. I mean, I imagine it'll be Harad. Isengard's yet to even get off the walls. But let's see what happens here. Arable axe throwers coming back forward. They still have a lot of ammo. I felt like they threw a lot of axes, but maybe not. Here we go. Oh, maybe not. It looked like Harad was going to go in. I don't think he really wants to attack. He wants to wait for units like his archers here. I'd certainly get these Black Servant Rangers. I'd be focusing down these mana quarries and things like that because shock infantry is really weak to archers. And it's the best way to deal with them. Focus on, or have your own good shock infantry, which I'm sure Harad has brought the Aduna Nakori. Actually, let's have a look while we're waiting. Yeah, Aduna Nakori all back here, and they all have triple bronze chevrons. Yeah, they're pretty elite. Here we go. More axes being thrown. And again, it doesn't seem like they're really been that effective. I feel like they need to get some practice on their accuracy with their axe throwing. Having thrown axes myself, I can tell it needs a bit of practice. See Uruk-hai infantry landing on the walls now. Slowly. Isengard's being a little bit slower, but I mean, fair enough. They have got... I'd say this is the more difficult side to assault. I feel like this side over here, I always see this is like this one choke point here is really tough to hold. And we're now going to see Erebor go in. Mana quarries going in. And they're going in along the front here. Again, more mana quarries dealing... I mean, with the Haradrim swords, they should be able to clear these guys up. Haradrim swords are okay, but they are merely trained infantry. These mana quarries got to charge off as well. If they get archer support, though, the Haradrim, they could turn that around. I mean, you can see here mana quarries beating Haradrim swords. And I expect to see this a lot more. Umbar Usurpers, a little bit more of an elite sword unit coming in now. And they're trying to flank, trying to get a bit of a flank from these guys. Now, it's the only worry as well. Surrounding mana quarries would be a very good way to kill them off. But if you want to get involved in some of these Dawnless Days battles or just in some of these Dawnless Days streams, feel free to join the Discord. The Discord is down below in the link, down below in the description, sorry. And yeah, if you want to get involved, feel free to do so. We have over 900 members now on the server, so we're making a really big, amazing server and just like a community where we play battles, we just have a bit of banter, talk about all sorts of strange stuff, history. Into Total War history, or just want to get involved in some extra stuff that happens on the channel, feel free to go and join the Discord. And if you want to support the channel as well in any other way, go and check out my merch or go and check out my Instagram. All will be linked down below in the description. Mana quarry is starting to die here though. Look at this. I think they're getting maybe they're getting jabbied by these manhood hunters. Looks like they are, sort of, maybe. Also looks like maybe there's some flanking going on. We have massive charges here going on. Uruk infantry getting charged heavily by the Knights of the Silver Swan here. Look at the Knights of the Silver Swan. They are doing their best. They're actually getting some pretty decent kills. I mean, they're losing men now, but they've inflicted a decent amount of casualties. Uruk crossbows up here. They will do some decent armor-piercing damage, though, to those cavalry. 47 of them left. You can see the Uruk-hai infantry here trying to chase them down, maybe try and reform up, form square. If they do that, not form squares, form shield wall. If they do that, that maybe will slow down the cavalry charge. I mean, the thing is that unit now, 93 men, is probably pretty redundant. Like, Uruk-hai infantry, I'd say, is at an equal to Gondor infantry, so yeah, that's not great. Pikes over here getting focused down already by Athelian Rangers. That is not a good sign. And here we go. Looks like another charge coming in from Gondor here. Here we go. The Knights of Gondor. And there you go. A really good charge there. I mean, I think they formed shield wall, so it did just about save these Uruks. But my god, that was a pretty decent charge. There you go. They're getting now there. I mean, this Uruk-hai infantry unit is gone now. The pikes are trying to support. They're getting focused down though by rangers. This is a big risk, and this is the problem with assaulting this side over here. The wall, like the secondary wall here supporting, is just absolutely nasty. Uruks have flanked around though here. Gondor did not defend this choke point here, and it has allowed the Uruks to flank around. But it looks like we're about to see a repeat of the same thing. We've got Knights of the Swan General coming down. And he's going to come and deal with these Uruk-hai infantry. Look at them. They look glorious. They really do. Nice Silver Swan. Let's get it through. Oh! I wanted it from the Knights of Silver Swan perspective, but I don't know if we can. Oh, there we go. In they go. Let's get it from their perspective. Charge him, boys! Oh, yes. And that unit is entirely gone. I don't, like, there is no chance. Look at that. 70 men left, and they are dropping. Yeah, that's a huge amount of kills. That unit's just lost 110 men in one charge. That is a brutal, brutal charge. That is like Knights of Silver Swan at their finest. They got an amazing charge off there. I mean, they're gold chevron. You'd expect no less. But yeah, that was just amazing. I mean, we're also seeing Uruks over here. Look at this. Oh, beating Gondor's swords. That's kind of surprising. Actually, I'm actually very surprised by that. Good charge here by the Urukai infantry. I mean, on the Urukai infantry, sorry, by Knights of Silver Swan. They are nearly out of men, though. 26 left. Taking a lot of casualties. At this point, Isengard is really struggling. Let's have a look and see how the Dwarves are doing. Dwarves are starting to lose mana quarries, and they're throwing in archers here. Archers of the Red Mountain. Going in mana quarries, also being thrown in. Erebor axes, I imagine, are also in here. Yeah. Erebor's throwing in a lot of infantry right now. The Unbight Usurpers seem like they're changing this battle around a little bit. I like how they kept these Desert Levy back. I don't know exactly what they're for. Maybe just for anti-cav. These guys are, yeah, they're not really going to exactly do much. They're just a man with a spear and a shield. Not exactly got much in the way of armor. He's seeing a general here, though, Serpent Guard. I think he snuck through this gap here that's starting to form up. And you can see here that he's trying to do some damage to these Erebor axe throws. And hopefully he stays alive. He needs to be careful. Yes, Isengard now trying to make progress. We've got crossbows moving up. We've got swords, pikes, the lot. Trying to get in there and do some damage. We've got crossbows moving up. I mean, if they can get those crossbows in front of the swords and just do some gunning down those Knights of Silver Swan, they'll be okay. And here you go. You can see the cav coming back. And the crossbows quickly getting out of there. Like, no, we will not deal with this. And here they go. They're going to go in. They are going to catch some of these guys. And I don't know if that was really the greatest charge in the world. They are now getting shot at by archers as well. We've got some Urukai archers in behind. They're trying to do some damage to these cavalry units. I mean, they've lost like another horseman. But yeah, losing a couple here and there. Oh, another guy getting speared off his horse there. But this cavalry, even though it's low, has done its damage. It's killed like 2 Urukai infantry units. It's really, really good. That's his money's worth being recouped there alone. But, I mean, they're also just slowing down this assault. Like, Isengard is being held back just by this. We've got Grenadiers already coming up. That's never a good sign. Already seeing elites being thrown up. I mean, the swords now also are losing over here. Isengard had been winning this fight, but now Gondor turning it around. Not a good sign. How are the Dwarves doing? The Dwarves are out over here. They are, I mean, they're not out of troops. They're just all dead here. And this has been a brutal battle line already. You can see plenty of dead Haradrim and plenty of dead Dwarves all dead and dying down here. The General as well. Running over the defeated enemy. I mean, there's still plenty to get through here. I mean, 4,000 against 2,400. It's about 1,000 loss on both sides so far. That's not so good for the defenders, but they've still got plenty of nasty choke points to get through. I mean, now the Dwarves have been defeated here. Their next defense is over here with Citadel Guards. We've got Founding Guards. We've got Erebor Spear Guards. You've got to come up this slope. It's going to be painful. Also, Pikes can focus down here. Need to be careful of that. Can't just allow them to get shot to pieces. Seems like Gondor is now finally giving ground over here. He's going to defend this choke point with 3 units of Gondor sword infantry. This is a formidable defense. We've got Pelargir Marines, Athelian Rangers. It's a formidable defense being set up here. And look at them. They look glorious. Gondor soldiers really are a good looking unit. They really are. Here we go. Isengard's on the way. We've got Urukai archers here. They're going to try and focus. I imagine they'll shoot at things like the Pelargir Marines. That's what I'd shoot for. Because they have got pretty low morale. I'm pretty sure they've got pretty low missile block chance. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure I've seen them get focused down before many a time. Here we go. What are they firing at? Either that or the Athelian Rangers actually is also a pretty good target. Athelian Rangers are notoriously known for having very little armor. As you can kind of see, they are just like they're just wearing cloaks. So if you shoot these guys, they will die pretty quickly. Got Berserkers now having to go in and support this fight here. Jeez, it's never a good sign when having to see elites like Berserkers getting thrown in. And they go, rear charging those Gondor swords. They should beat them pretty soon, I imagine. And as you can see here, Harad coming in and has plenty left. And he's also sending a little force around here. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 swords, a general as well. And if you go around this way here, you follow this like path round that the general is taking currently. You can get all the way around, follow this path round, and you can go up here, past this aqueduct, and you can get to the back. I mean, in fairness, it looks so that Erebor has seen it, but it just also drags some troops over here. It just thins out that defense on those two fronts. But always it's a good idea to send troops around here because sometimes the defenders don't realize and you can just sneak in the back. And that is pretty detrimental if you can just do that. Anyway, the lines have clashed over here, and as you can see, in fact, it is crossbows that are engaged here. I think this was just the Gondor soldiers rush forward to take these guys out. Yeah, the crossbows getting in there. Now we have swords going in to engage the Gondor swords. Pikes coming in as well as support. That's not going to go well for the Gondor swords. Getting speared on pikes. The good versus evil continues. This choke point is going to... I mean, this is surely in favor of Isengard because they have these Uruk pikes here. They can support even if these Uruk-hai infantry are losing decisively. It's not like the Gondor soldiers can really get past that pike line. And we've actually got flanking troops here. We've got Uruk-hai infantry flanking around. They can get just flanking behind and surround all three of these Gondor swords. We've got more... what have we got here? Wyand Stormers. We've got elite infantry now going in. And more Wyand Storms. Oh boy, Isengard is throwing in the big guns here. I mean, they could rush these Pelargir Marines as well. Probably worth an idea. Seeing Uruk-hai archers focusing down over there. Seems like the pikes are doing okay. I feel like the only risk with these pikes is that they can, if they just like if they don't have the support from infantry, they can start to get beaten. But it looks like we're seeing a lot of Gondor swords now pull out of the fight, and we're seeing Uruk-hai infantry having to go in. The troops that were surrounding now going in to take out their targets. You can see we have Wyand Stormers here. They're dealing with the Pelargir Marines. Their big shields blocking those Javis. And now, I mean, they're getting easy kills. I mean, this is elite sword infantry here. And they're taking out Athelian Rangers, which are elite archers. Good unit to take out. I mean, they're out of ammo, the archers, so I guess they've used their main use up. They are okay in melee. Don't know if they're really going to get many kills though against Wyand Stormers. Look at the armor difference. One has armor, the other one's just kind of wearing a hood and a cloak. And it's living on a prayer. Got crossbows here. What are they doing? They're focusing down these Athelian Rangers. The crossbows, I'm sure, with their armor piercing, are just like gutting these guys down. These Athelian Rangers can fire quicker, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, a general's died? Allied general dead? Oh, has he just been absolutely annihilated here by by halberds and a general? This is not good. Yeah, he raced ahead of his like sword escort here, hoping to try and get around the back and just kind of stop maybe any troops getting out. But oh boy, did those troops get out. Now we have Knights of the Silver Swan here. Look at this gold chevron, and we've just watched them like annihilate Uruk infantry. And this is not a healthy like Haradrim infantry. This could get annihilated, a lot of these troops here. These Umbar usurpers better be quivering in their boots. They're also tired. Oh my gosh, general recently died. Yeah, they're not in a good space. And they may get annihilated. We'll keep an eye on this, see if Gondor goes for a charge. I mean, really, these guys need to start thinking about forming shield wall, establishing a shield wall, and then just praying that Gondor does not charge. Because right now, Gondor's in a good spot. Gondor has played really well so far with his cav, especially. I mean, bringing this expensive cav has really worked in his favor. But this is not so good over here. Gondor's like having a bit of a rough time here. Berserkers surrounding Gondor swords, chopping these boys down. This is a big problem because this is like Gondor sword infantry here. There's 3 units here. This is a big chunk of Gondor's infantry line. And it's about to get surrounded and killed off relatively easily by Isengard. They are taking casualties, but I mean, if it was just a straight-on, like, choke point fight, then Gondor would be able to inflict a lot more casualties, I feel. But because they sallied out to get those crossbows, they've left gaps, and then they retreated, like, to try and get the units that were surrounding them. It just made gaps, and it's just allowed these troops to be killed off a lot more easily. These Pelican Marines are getting focused on. I don't even know if it's worth shooting them anymore because they have no ammo. Shoot those Ithilien Rangers, what needs killing. They're already units losing here. I mean, we've got Berserkers here. They're doing their bit. They've won there. They've killed off the sword infantry. More Berserkers going in. Keep surrounding these boys. The only risk with this is that these Berserkers are showing their backs to the Ithilien Rangers. They need to be careful. They haven't exactly got much armor. The Berserkers literally are like half naked. Or scratch that, they're like 3/4 naked. Chopping down Gondor sword infantry, these guys are. I mean, this Gondor sword infantry's got no chance. Pikes, Berserkers, swords, yeah. In real trouble. And you see now, got White Stormers here. They're rushing. The Ithilien Rangers are going to silence these guys. And you won't hear any more about them. Pelican Marines as well, so fighting over here. Let's go and check and see if that Gondor General's done any charging. There was 4 units of... oh, yeah. They did a little bit of charging. Not too much, but they did enough to kill those 2 Umbar usurpers off. Are we going to see another one? I mean, I would if I was Gondor. They've only lost 10 cav. I'd charge another one of these units. Maybe the Haradrim swords. Charge his medium melee infantry. Oh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But yeah, they're doing well. Are the forces of good. I mean, it's 1400 against 3300 in favor of the armies of evil. I mean, these choke points that they're coming up to the attackers, they can kill armies. The spears here, Desert Spears against Erebor Spear Guard. This is not a fair fight for Harad either. I mean, this is a levy infantry going up against elite Erebor troops. I mean, they say they're trained, but I feel like they're elite. They don't die. These guys, they don't die. They fight to the last man. This is where you need your Berserkers on the elite spears of Erebor. You cut these guys. They've lost 1 man. I'm sure they've inflicted many more casualties on the enemy. Pelican Marines making one last desperate stand. And there you go, they break. Now it's just the Ithilien Rangers, which did have some ammo left, so really well done on them for like not like for Isengard for catching them. I don't think they have any supply barrels back here. I mean, there's a cap point. I'd probably take that if I was the attackers, just to help with morale. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of like all their ammo pots, or like all their supply barrels all over here, which so they can't get to them. That's fair enough. But it does seem as though we're going to see Erebor. He's going to just kind of block this area off with his halberdiers. I feel like this is a little bit too far up. He should have just stayed in that choke point back there, because over here he could get flanked. There are ways round. I mean, the next problem for Isengard, it looks like it's going to be Fountain Guard. So instantly, this became a much harder challenge. These Fountain Guard are going to be a pain to get through. But that is why you bring things like the White Hand Grenadiers. They are good, and they are very necessary in sieges these days. I think they're like, if you're playing Isengard, they're like the first thing you should be putting into your roster is White Hand Grenadiers. Certainly a siege. Definitely need. Baby Moakil, by the way, still yet to move up. They're being left right at the back of the map. They probably want to like get moved up. That also is probably a major part of this balance of power here, is those Moaks. Look at that thin silver line. It's holding back the hordes of Haradrim. I mean, these Desert Levy got no chance. Almost an insult to the Erebor Spear Guards to send these guys at them. Like, as one of these heavily armored dwarves, you get bored of killing these. Haradrim. You'd be like, another horde of Haradrim I have to kill? I guess I'll do it. I mean, with the pikes in there, the Zurich pikes, they should help. I mean, should help push back like the Erebor spear guards. Just like kneeing my desk right now as I'm just getting that excited by the battle. It is pretty damn nice. And I mean, I feel like the defenders could pull a miracle off here. They've got some pretty good units. They've got like the Citadel Guard, like I said. They've got Erebor Axe Warriors. They've got Fountain Guard. They've got some good troops. I mean, it's a shame they don't have two Mordants, but they definitely have troops. It's a shame they don't have more ammo as well for their archers. I mean, they're using Archers of the Red Mountain here. They're currently focusing on Aduna Kori. And I don't know if actually Harad has noticed this. He's using a bunch of Aduna Kori unnecessarily here. Yeah, get moving. Yeah, it's a shame he doesn't have more ammo to the defenders, because they could do with it. They used up a lot of ammo early on. I mean, which is fine. Fine to use up that much ammo early on. They did a lot of damage with their ammo, I felt. I just feel like they also need to aim for priority things like pikes, grenadiers, the berserkers, all like Isengard has a lot of really weak stuff that you can kill off with archers, I feel. Same with Harad. I mean, you want to kill those Aduna Kori. They're weak to archers, but they are a killer for infantry. Look at this. Erebor is pushing back. The attackers here. The attackers have a no look. I feel like they're trying to bait the spears out, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to do. Seems like now over on this side we have Isengard now clashing with the Erebor Axe Warriors. Again, another really tough fight for Isengard. I mean, Erebor's Axe Warriors are medium infantry. I mean, they're against very heavy. But don't let that fool you. These Erebor Axe Warriors are nasty for medium infantry. And their morale is incredibly good. Like, dwarves just don't break, I feel. Good thing is they're not fighting Iron Guard. Those guys are a pain to get through. They have incredibly good armor. Incredibly good block chance. It's just a pain. And you can see here, I mean, already losing are these Wyand Stormers. These Erebor Axe Warriors are just nasty. They're plain nasty. Wyand Grenadiers, though. Oh, they just did a bunch of damage to these Citadel Guard here. Actually hitting these guys, getting them down to 69 men. Really good volley there by the Wyand Grenadiers. Oh, was it on them or was it? I think it actually might have been on Erebor Axe Warriors. No, I don't think it was. There's just a lot of fire around here. I was just thinking, oh, with the grenades thrown here. I mean, they ended up here. You can see like where they ended up. These little balls. So maybe they just rolled down the hill once it didn't explode. Maybe. I mean, if I was Isengard now, I'd think about maybe pulling back one of these units, like the larger one, sacrificing your Wyand Stormers to just hold these Erebor Axe Warriors in place, and then you just throw your grenades, blow up friend and foe. That would be what I'd do. Kill them all. It's certainly worth it. You kill like a whole unit off and lose, well, an already dead infantry unit for you, really. That's certainly what I'd be doing right about now. Over on this side, as you can see, they're still holding down here. I mean, we are about to see a little flank going here. Look at this. Urukai Pikes, they're flanking them around. Because they're flanking, it's actually breaking Archers of the Red Mountain here. Or wavering them. And we're seeing a response here by Erebor, though, to push down some Erebor Spear Guards. These guys marching. Oh! This mod, it looks so good. March, march, march. To the sound of the horns! Glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. There you go, Grenadiers. Did they try and push forward? I don't think they threw anything, but they tried to push forward. And you can see that the Urukai infantry did in fact retreat. It's doing a lot of damage to the airborne axe warriors because they had an attack order on a certain unit and they kind of then pulled through, not purposely, but accidentally, and it's just broken this unit's formation and killed it off, which is a shame. We got Citadel Guards over here. They're fighting a tiny little unit of White Hand Stormers. But this is looking good over here. This is looking like Erebor and Gondor might be defeated on this flank. Unless those Found Guard go back into position, then there's nothing bar crossbows and grenadiers that can stop those Found Guard. Which is why those two things there I've just listed off, why you need to keep archers for late game, because crossbows and grenadiers can only really be stopped unless the player's not paying attention by archers. Like, unless you can rush them, which is very unlikely, because the best way to use grenadiers is always have a thin infantry line in front, just to protect your grenadiers from any unwelcome charges. So then you really need to use archers to shoot over the top of that infantry line to hit those grenadiers. That's why, like I say, you need to save archer armor. But let's see, how many men have they got left? 900 guns, 2,700. Oh, it's going to be tough. Look at this, though. Pikes had flanked around, but they are now getting kind of dealt with. They are losing decisively to these spears. They are in a bit of a weird formation, a bit of a column formation, very narrow. And I'm sure the spears here will quite happily spear these guys and mop them up. Nice, easy wins. Aduna and Akori coming in. These guys will definitely do a lot of damage to those Erebor Spear Guards if they flank around. Got Muhad Hunters as well. These guys are losing, but they're the ones surrounding the Dwarves. The Dwarves are starting to lose as well, but they're going to take as many of these Muhad Hunters down with them as possible. They're like, if we're dying, you're dying as well. It's insane, like what this battle's turned into down here. Like I said, these Dwarves are just unbreakable. 54, they're still like, yeah, we're fine. These are Aduna and Akori need to go into those Erebor Spear Guards. We've got a bunch of infantry set up here ready to go. And here we go. Look like we're about to see Grenadier explosion time. White Hand Grenadiers coming up. And this is the fatal move, I feel. Putting Fountain Guard together with Citadel Guard. This is not a good move. Are we about to see... No, the Fountain Guard are getting out of there. To be honest, it's still Grenadier. I'd still throw grenades at these Citadel Guard. They're worth hitting. They're an elite spear unit. I mean, your Berserkers probably could break through, but still worth a try. The grenades coming forward. Infantry and Grenadiers coming in. Here we go. Oh, what are they firing at? They're throwing... Oh, they're hitting these Found Guard back here. Okay. Really nice. And you can see the Grenadiers trying to get out there. And the Citadel Guard are being dealt with by White Hand Stormers. Drop these boys down! They break formation, so these should be easy enough to kill. I would have thought. Citadel Guards would have thought been easy enough. Found Guard here, though, are still standing just out of range at the moment with the Grenadiers. I think the Grenadiers, yeah, moving forward again. Are they going to get accidentally in the fight? I don't know. They could just throw the grenades at these Erebor Axe Warriors. This is a fresh unit going in. Nope, they're getting out of there. We're seeing Berserkers get thrown in. You see the Citadel Guard try to just pull through to get to these guys. Sneaky, sneaky. Umbar has seen much blood today from men, dwarf, man, I've already said man, evil man, let's say, and orc. And here we go. We might be able to see Mummock blood as well. Mummock's coming in. They might break through those spears. I mean, I feel like these Uruk infantry should just be surrounding them, but yeah, here we go. Mummock's going in. I feel like spears are a good counter to Mummocks. Yeah, I think these guys are a really good counter to Mummock's spears. So I don't know if this is really their jam. And here we go. Yeah, I think this Uruk infantry unit just is like just not paying attention. Being surrounded anyway now. Need to be careful. More grenades going off over here, it seems. We're seeing a whole bunch of Fountain Guard get blown up. Yeah, they're down to a lot. I mean, they're bloodied up. They're actually breaking. Look at that. They broke at 33 men.
Our men return to the fight. Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Airborne Axe unit, Airborne Axe Warriors still holding on. Like, this is the problem. Their units, their mid-tier units are good. We've got Fountain Guard returning. And we can see Berserkers rushing in. They're trying to rush these guys before they can get their pikes down. And it's kind of working. Heads are being lost for the Fountain Guard. That expensive uniform. Wasted. We've got War Cry. I think we've got Morale and... Oh, wow. Encourage and a War Cry was popped on these guys. They're broken. The Berserkers are in now. Look at that. And what do we have? We have Dane Ironfoot over here. He is being sent forward. He is now responsible to defend this breach. I mean, the perfect answer to Dane Ironfoot would be to throw some more grenades at him. Or just to throw some grenades at him. He's not had any yet. And here we go. Mummoks on the way up now. What have they got to deal with? They've got to deal with a pole arm unit. Again, not really the unit you want a Mummock being used on. Actually, isn't really much for the Mummoks to do in this battle. It seems as though Harad is going to have mainly his shock infantry and his archers left. And what we got over here? This is nice. Oh, Knights of Silver Swan General has actually been broken. So Gondor has lost his general. He tried to charge through this Desert Spear line. He seemed like he did a lot of damage, but it was one too many spear units, and he's actually losing his unit, his general unit, and that could do a lot of damage to morale. I think he hasn't really got any units left. It is mainly just down to the dwarves now, as you can see here. And here you go. Look at this. Berserkers losing to Dane Ironfoot. I'm kind of surprised. I know both are elite, but still, I was kind of surprised. I was like, well, Dane Ironfoot's like a pretty decent shock infantry unit, but he's not as good as the Berserkers. But maybe he is. Maybe he's even better.
The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
Maybe he's going for our general? Oh, we're around here as well. Okay. Look at this. We have Airborne Halberdiers holding on this side. We have some crossbows here as well, trying to spawn pikes. His general against the Airborne Halberdiers seems like he's doing okay. We are seeing grenades being thrown now by the looks of it. Or trying to be thrown. These guys are running away. Dane Ironfoot is in hot pursuit. This is turning into like a bit of a race now. White Hand Grenadiers, they're just going to try and keep running around. I mean, they could go for the cap point. Just keep running. Can cap the cap point for a little bit. Mummoks have come in. They've actually pulled through, which is fair enough. They are Mummoks. We lost a bunch of Mummoks. I don't think this is really a worthy attempt of a charge. I know he probably just wanted to use them. But it's better just to keep them alive. And here we go. Mummoks going in, tossing around the halberdiers that are in as they mess around in the back lines. These guys are doing a really good job, actually, the Mummoks. Though they have sacrificed a couple of their Mummoks, they are now actually, you know, able to just like use the back lines and actually do some damage. Here we go. Grenades. Are they going to throw? Oh boy, they are. Oh no. Dane is taking heavy losses here. 51. He's already lost half of his unit. That is brutal. Another volley. This is not how Dane was supposed to die, but this is how he is dying, it seems. And there you go. Dane has actually died in a fiery ball thrown by the Grenadiers of Isengard. And now they're going to charge in, and these Grenadiers have actually done so much damage that they can break Dane before they even charge into combat with him. And there you go. With Dane dying, that just broke the last dwarf on morale, and Pyrrhic victory for Isengard and for Harad. So yes, I was playing as Isengard in this one. It was a really rough game for me. I had a really frustrating start. But we managed to turn it around. Well done to both myself, Corrupted, who just about dragged out a pretty rough game for us. Corrupted did much better than me. Well done to MB and to Holytine. MB especially. Like I was playing against him mostly. He like frustrated my army the entire game. Holytine also did really well. with the dwarves getting some pretty good kills. But yeah, we'll quickly go over kills. Now my infantry 135, the best did here. My basic infantry, then my stormers getting 248, 170 kills. 186 with these berserkers, really good kills there, and 162 with the white hand grenadiers. These guys gunning down some really good and important units as well. Cryptid Master as Harad, 118 kills with his serpent guards, 120 kills with the usurpers. Aduna Nakori getting 110 kills, 103 with the Black Serpent Rangers, 133, and his Mummoks getting 94 kills. Then we have MB playing as Gondor, 390 kills with his general. Jeez, before he died. Swords getting 142. Lots of these actually not doing that great, kind of getting surrounded, but 142 is not too bad. Citadel Guard, 72 kills. Pikes getting 7 kills. Oof. Philian Rangers getting 85 kills, and his other Knights of Silver Swan getting 194 kills. Then we have Holy Titan playing as Erebor, 165 kills with the Madoc Warriors. All these guys are actually doing really well, getting like 160 kills. Erebor Axe Infantry getting 123 kills, 259 kills with these Erebor Spear Guards, incredible. 236 kills with the Erebor Halberdiers, and actually his Axe Thrower is getting 105 kills by the end of the game, even though they seem to be so inaccurate. But well done to everyone that took part. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here. Go and check out everything in the description as well, Insta, merch, whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.